Greetings, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Want to do this follow-up to Wilder Ortiz. Wow, what a fight, huh? Anybody see that fight? What a fight. What a war. Great fight. Wilder answered a lot of questions about himself. So did Ortiz. Both guys, to me, the stocks go up. Wilder, first of all, let's talk about the fight itself. Started off as a snooze fest, actually. First 4 rounds, nothing really going on. I gave all 4 of them to King Kong because Wilder couldn't seem to figure him out. Finally dropped that right hand. Hurt dropped Ortiz. Ortiz got up, recovered, and had Wilder all but out on his feet. Couldn't finish him. Feel if he'd have dropped a couple of left hooks to the body, bent Wilder over so he can come with uppercut. Could have got him out of there, but didn't. Wilder recovered, regrouped, didn't panic, came out. Next couple of rounds, finished Ortiz. And set himself up for a possible showdown with the man, Anthony Joshua, who we all want to see him fight. About Wilder. Yes, he does have an ugly style. As a person who is a 6-foot-tall lightweight, which I was, who fought with the long jab, the Tommy Hearns type jab, and a big right hand that would knock people out. Watching Wilder fight my style and Tommy Hearns style and Mark Breland style is absolutely horrifying. It's hard to watch. The dude has just, his feet are wrong. His feet are facing the wrong position. His hands are wrong. He basically, in a sense, now don't get me wrong, I'm not comparing him to Roy Jones, but in a sense, he, like Roy, depends on his athleticism to get him out of stuff, as opposed to technique. He's not technically what he should be. He is a lot like a younger version of Tommy Hearns. When Tommy was younger, Tommy didn't do everything technically sound. But as he progressed, got older, became more of the technical boxer that we knew, and puncher. Outboxed a lot of guys later. Still remember him outboxing Virgil Hill, who was a superb boxer. Outboxed Virgil Hill in the twilight of his career to upset Virgil Hill and take his light heavyweight title. But Wilder, I mean, he is so hard to watch, and he will always be exciting for that reason. Sort of like Tommy. Because Tommy always carried that left low and always left himself open to get hit. And when he got hit, you could rock him or hurt him. And when he hit you, he could rock you or hurt you. He was the most exciting fighter of the 80s. And Wilder has that potential because, like Ortiz showed, when he goes wild, he can get hit. He's almost like a heavyweight Ricardo Mayorga in that sense, the way he goes wild. I think Mark Breland is the man to bring that under control. Now, you won't see Wilder ever looking like a polished Tommy Hearns, you know, a polished Michael Nunn. You know, he won't ever look that way. Reason why? Because he got too late of a start in the game of boxing. And he's 32 now, so a lot of that stuff is just going to be there, right? Now, I tell you what, Mark Breland is the man that can get a lot of it out of him, because Breland, if you know anything about Breland, the greatest amateur fighter we've ever seen in the United States of America, gold medal in '84 on that famed team with Taylor and Whitaker and Tate and Hill and Biggs, and 2-time welterweight champion, kind of underachieved as a pro. But if anybody can reel him in on that style, it's Breland, who fought the exact same style, was a 6'2" welterweight. So, you know, if anybody can teach him, it's Breland. Breland's done a terrific job with him thus far, though. Got to give him credit. But what you see is what you're going to get, folks. You like technical boxing, Wilder's not the guy for you. You like brutal knockouts, he's the guy for you. Now, I'll say this also. He may not be technically what we would like to see for those boxing junkies, technical guys. He's not James Toney. But he is one of the hardest punchers in history. I'll go ahead and say that. 40-0 with 39 knockouts. And anytime he drops the right hand on you, he hurts you or puts you out. And it doesn't matter who you are. That dude has freakish power. I put him up there with Shavers and Foreman and all those guys. Yeah, you may be saying, yeah, what do you think you're talking about? But no. I watched this dude punch Ortiz. Just anytime he touched him with a hard punch, he rocked him. I heard him. Against Stavern, in his last fight against Stavern had his hands up ready to block the punch, and he punched through Stavern's guards and knocked him out. Now, Stavern didn't really come ready to fight, so I know that really doesn't mean much. But still, dude's got power. Just imagine if he knew how to, if the power that he has, if he knew how to throw the punches with his feet set properly, oh my goodness. Almost like Foreman. If Foreman would have, as powerful as George was, if he would ever learn how to throw punches, not like a Frankenstein punch, but more technically sound, yeesh, scary. But Wilder's one of the hardest punches in history, man. I mean, he is. I don't think he would have beat a prime Tyson. I think he's way off there. Calm down, big fella. Young Tyson was way too mobile, way too quick, and would bend you over with body shots. And plus, you like to do this too much. You like to lean back too much for Tyson. Those kind of guys didn't beat Tyson. Douglas and Holyfield didn't lean back. They slipped and to the side, stayed in punch position to counter. That's how they beat Tyson. You don't do that. So I don't think you would have beat Iron Mike in his prime. But now we can start talking about Anthony Joshua. If Joshua gets past his unification bout, which is coming up, which may not be a walk in the park. We're not going to start talking predictions. But I will say Joshua was more technically sound, obviously, than Wilder. But the projection of that fight, oh my goodness, 2 punches, 40-0 with 39 knockouts, 20-0 with 20 knockouts. Wow. Please, Lord, let that fight happen. And for all the Tyson Fury fans who want him to jump in the mix, sorry, that dude is trash, okay? Even against Klitschko, like I was trying not to laugh. Like he looks, you know, he looks fluid, and he looks like he's, you know, got technically things together, but he just looks so ridiculous doing it. I mean, and his punching power, I was not impressed. That guy's punching power isn't enough to keep off Wilder or Joshua. I see a lot of people talking about Fury. A lot of the Brits, a lot of, you know, people from his homeland, talking about Tyson Fury destroy both of them. Y'all need to stop. Like, really. But I'm excited about Wilder, Joshua. I'm excited about the possibility of having this heavyweight title explosion. Now, I'm going to say this. One of the things that bugs me about Wilder is this. As I go over speed bumps and shake my video. Dude just fought an undefeated heavyweight who's a knockout artist like himself, and he's a knockout artist. And nobody's talking about it. Outside of us rabid boxing fans, nothing on Mike and Wingo in the morning, nothing on ESPN 790, 97.5, nothing on Sports Radio 610, nothing on First Take, nothing. The heavyweight champion of the world, who is a hard-punching, exciting knockout artist American, gets no publicity. That's a problem. And I agree with Oscar De La Hoya that his promoter needs to be fired. There's no way that we should have an American heavyweight champion with the pedigree of Wilder, with excitement factor as Wilder, and he goes unnoticed and unknown. That is totally unacceptable. And while he's fighting for $2 million in America against the bomber Ortiz, you got Joshua making $25 million against Klitschko. Now Joshua, on the other hand, is a national superstar in his country. He packs the stadiums 80,000 deep. There's no reason why Wilder should not be doing the same thing. People wanted heavyweight boxing. Well, it's back. This man needs to be a star. Promoter, you need to get on it. You need to get on it. You are doing a horrible job promoting Deontay Wilder. You need to get him on more stuff. The reason why I say that is this. I sat down and I watched that fight. And I sat down and watched it with my wife. Y'all don't know my wife, but my wife hates sports. Hates sports. She loves reality TV. And she sat down and watched the fight with me. You want to know why? Because Deontay Wilder is on a reality show she watches. I think it's Baller Wives. He's on there with his wife or fiance or girlfriend or whatever she is. And she knows him from that. And when she heard he was fighting, she's like, I want to watch. And she watched, and she loved the fight because it was so exciting. She said, I want to watch more boxing. I want to watch more Deontay. That is a, it burns me up a little bit because I'm like, Deontay Wilder shouldn't have to be on reality TV for you to know who he is. He's heavyweight champion of the world. But that's the world we live in today. I never forget Jerry Rice talked about how incensed he was that a lady walked up to him and said, "Excuse me, sir, but aren't you Jerry Rice from Dancing with the Stars?" And he was like, "No, I'm Jerry Rice, the Pro Football Hall of Famer. How dare you recognize me from Dancing with the Stars?" But the reality that we live in today. Reality TV is huge. It is what it is. And there are a lot of people, females, or people in general, who watch that show and know Deontay Wilder from there and watched it. But that's a way to get him known, to work for my wife. But his promoters have to do something to get this dude recognition. I just don't understand. The heavyweight champion of the world, American, a little bit of a personality, hard punching. He's not a dancer or mover. People swore up and down for years they couldn't stand watching Mayweather fights because he moved too much, he danced too much, he didn't score knockouts. Well, here's a heavyweight champion, undefeated, who scores nothing but knockouts, and we're still not watching. What's going on, people? So I think his promoter needs to get on it, or it needs to be fired. But those are my thoughts. Tell me what you think. Put your comments in the comment section. Don't forget to follow me at Al Prince II on YouTube. About to go in class. I got seminary tonight, taking pastoral care. So we're gonna go in and learn something tonight. But y'all stay tuned for my next video. It'll be coming real soon. Peace, blessings.